Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AEL Go Season 1 Week 5, and join with me once again. It is going to be with HazDaddySlim.
Amp, good to hear from you, and welcome, yes, everyone, to more Uni CSGO action. And we have an absolutely tantalising Friday night game for us, don't we, Amp? Here, it's the top of the table clash over in Group A. It is Queensland University Technology, the LF Scholarships boys, up against, well, I mean, some of the fan favourites, I reckon. A team that has been up there, has faced a few roster changes this year, but we still love them all the same. The Deakins, who are coming back at it, both teams sitting without a loss so far this season. The Scholarship boys, the Queensland University Technology fellas, 4-1 tie, no losses. The Deakins sitting at 3 wins, 1 tie. And both sides looking to extend that, unbeaten streak and lock in that #1 spot in Group A. But it's going to take, them winning tonight, at least a 2-0 for either side. Or maybe we see a tie. Both teams have been looking very good so far. You never know it. We're hoping maybe this time around we get maybe a bit longer of a series. We did have the top of the table clash. I believe that was over in Group B last time around. That was probably not what we were expecting in that regard. But, it's a new match, different players, different teams. It's going to be a fantastic watch and a joy to cast all the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we will welcome back the Deakins, who was able to take out the top spot. And last year, they did absolutely amazing. It was a record-shattering kind of a match into the finals. Is unbelievable when they faced off against Monash, how they were able to take a lot of games, a lot of rounds, and obviously their crowd favorite, which is the Nuke. That's typically is being able to be their map, right? Every time the Deakins played the Nuke, it was just unbelievable. They were able to rush it down, just execute with a fast one. Not sure with the roster change if we can get the same amount of precision and performance like before, but absolutely, Melchin, the superstar from Indonesia, is gonna be trying to replay all of that glory back into this season. And of course, if we're looking to QUT, who's being absolutely premier every single season, bringing in multiple teams, multiple entries, who's very big on competing in esports. So we will see what the looking for scholarship QUT squad is going to be able to do. If we do go through and have a look at the current videos, there is the ban on Inferno, followed by Vertigo, Ancient, and Mirage, which means that the first one we're going to be going to Dust 2, picked by Deakin, and a very surprising QUT pick for Nuke. So we will see if we're going to be able to get that through, and if QUT is able to play the counter map favorite against the Deakins. But before we do go through there, is there some sponsors that we need to thank?
Oh, I mean, we could do. We definitely could do. I mean, just a few little sponsor reads. Oh, well, I guess you've pulled my leg. I guess we'll read them out. We'll start off with our first boy, of course, because we do have 3 to go through. It's Predator to start us off. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming today. They are the gaming PC partner of AEL. We thank them very much for that. Predator puts power and precision into your hands. Elevate your gaming experience in every way with quality and performance thanks to Predator. Thanks to the boys there. And meanwhile, viewing experience waves. If you want the best one, well, you should definitely hit up AOC. They are a global leader in monitor display technology. For more than 50 years, they have delivered an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. And today, the company offers a wide selection of stylish monitors for home, office, or gaming. So we thank you very much, the guys over at ASC, for sponsoring us in that regard. And finally, lucky number 3, or third time's the charm, whichever way you want to put it, it's Rig. For our headset, they have what it takes to win. If you want superior audio for competitive gaming and for streaming it well at all levels, doesn't matter which it is, join the Rig team and enhance your gaming experience. They are going to do absolutely wonders for your headphones and headset capabilities. So make sure you go check them out. And we thank all 3 again: Predator, AOC, Rig. Beautiful stuff. We thank them for sponsoring. And Ed, do you want to just quickly tell everyone, because I mean they're watching this now here, but did you know there's actually other places that you can find AEL at, not just on Twitch?
Not just on Twitch, yes, you can also find them on Facebook, you can find them well, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, pretty much every space out there. So make sure to follow at AU Esports League, follow our Twitch channels, AEL Uni, Uni 2, and obviously we have a lot of games that we commentate, obviously for the council events, the current Griffith event that is still happening. We'll commentate Super Smash Brothers, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Dota 2, and with the current CSGO. So we're always looking forward to pick up more games and have a lot more competition, but we do need your support, and make sure if you want to see more of this action happen and explode into the scene, make sure to give us that follow and spread our good name.
Yes, no, absolutely. Those are all the places you can hit us up at. And, well, it just helps all the same. I mean, you get to see our beautiful faces. You get to see AEL over the place. And, well, hopefully this year you'll get to see us at a LAN setting. That's the hope. I don't know if we're aiming for the first season, but I think definitely the second season of the year, that will be the idea, to have us back, live action with everyone there, the teams, the players, the fans, we can all interact with each other. Isn't that fun? Going out and talking to people in the real world. It's great stuff all around. As we are, well, just waiting through a few players here at the moment. We're having some technical difficulties, it looks like, for the Deakins team. I think that is, yeah. So a couple of their players just having a bit of a struggle, which is, we don't want that at all, which is unfortunate. But hopefully they'll be able to get themselves figured out, get themselves in, and get this first map underway. And especially, I think, here on Dust 2, as we went through, this is, of course, the side of Deacon have made this pick. I think if you are the QUT boys, you're definitely looking to try and get an early run on the CT side. You want to put Deacon under pressure as much as possible. They'll be trying to get, I think, the minimum you want for the Dust 2, especially with their map pick. They want those T sides as much as possible. You try and find that 6 above, try and win that half. But if the QUT guys, I mean, if they can get that pressure on early, where they get them sort of feeling around sort of that, they get the advantage, they get 10, 11 rounds on the CT side, it then puts a lot of pressure on Deacon. Then they can't make that many mistakes when they switch to CT, because I feel like when it comes to Dust 2, it's fairly even both ways. It depends if you can gain long control as a T side, you can definitely have a lot more of ultimately you can have a lot more control over rounds, especially for the A side. If you're on the B side, if you can control B completely as much as possible, you're gonna have a lot better time, because then you're just forcing the T side in towards that more short play around that mid, or maybe just they have to stick to it long. So interesting to see how we started here with the pistol. We're just one player away from getting this one underway, so it's just the one man waiting, but it's almost there. We're almost ready to start it, which is just a tad to go.
Well, it happens, right? When your gear is not working, or when your monitors are not turned on, or if you're not using a Predator gaming machine, or if you don't have the gear to hear the rest, then it is time to upgrade with all of our sponsors.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem. That's right. You gotta get sponsor stuff. You're now in the big league. Oh, okay, so it looks like we are going to get a reset. Deacon players having an issue to join, but their fifth is on its way. So before long, we shall have our game for tonight. I think
that's the plan. That's what we hope is the plan.
Well, that's what we hope. Yeah, we would like a game, definitely. We want to cast the game really quickly. But also, just going back onto Dust 2, having that early pressure on, it's always going to be great. Both sides, it's like one of this 40-60 flip. It just depends on what your execution is going to be, because CT will have that early dueling power, where they can do a lot of long-range typical fights, where they will hold the points much more better than a T rushing down, especially when you lose the pistol. It's rather tough on angles, and it's also really tough to make a play onto A with no power. If you want to go play for the tunnels, that's always typically really hard to just rush throughout, especially with more utilities against you, and then straight away that's going to be like 2-3 rounds straight up, and then you finally get in one bad round is going to roll straight to 5. So yeah, if they can complete early, it's great to pile on the pressure against the T side, but obviously if T side is going to fire up straight up, compete and get into that mode, I think we're going to be staring down a very exciting match, because Dust 2 often is not that back and forth. We often see that when it comes to like Nuke, when it comes to Inferno, where you can be a big back and forth swing where you can utilize the AWPs a lot more efficiently, where you can hold the point and choke, or you have the banana domination. That's always going to be something a lot more easier. So we will see when we get that game started.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think also going back to that B control, that's also a big one, just because the thing was with the B side, it's a very tough nut to crack into. But if you get that side, you get the two players that may be defending around there, it is one of the hardest sites in CS:GO to retake most of the time. It is very, very hard. You have to put a lot of, I would say, eggs in the basket to try and get back in. And I think most of the time, even if you say it's a 5v4, unless the CTs are really trying to fight for rounds, depending on what kind of state the match is in, most of the time they'll just give it up. So T side, again, it's always a big one. If you can crack into the site, you've got a lot of potential. It's just getting in there is always the problem. But I think in recent years, I guess the opening up, especially of the tunnel area where you're able to sort of set up those smokes and flashes over the top, gives it a lot more of a chance to sort of break in. But yeah, it depends how they want to play it for both sides. I think a lot of the time nowadays, you usually have the three towards the A side. You might send a couple out long early, especially with like that just pop flash, trying to get someone to make sure that you cover those double doors. And then on the other side of things, you might look to probably have maybe one towards mid, trying to control and make sure you know that short positioning is playing, one towards maybe playing close to the A side, maybe up on that short side, and then you have the one anchor B. So interesting to see how they teams sort of play their CTs around that. As we've almost got everyone in again, 4 players against 5. We're waiting for the 5th. He's gonna appear. We've been told by sources that he is a real player and he will be in here momentarily. That I can confirm. I think he's stuck on the freeway. That could be the problem.
That could be the definite problem. It's winter in Australia, and it's a raining season, so obviously it could always be a little bit of an impact for him getting home and being on time to play at this second. But at the same time, we forgive him. We forgive him as long as we get a lead match. Something that they're gonna make up for in terms of performance. Oh man, but like.
Look, we sometimes CS. I don't know if it's CS or just Australian internet in general. So apparently he's opening CS, so that's a start. Almost there. Half it's working. So we are a bit behind the old start time, but should have everyone in momentarily. If you are joining us for the first time this evening, it is Deakin and the Queensland University Technology, I believe LFScholarship, is their in-game name. Deakin picked Dust 2. Well, they'll be starting on the T side, QUT on the CT, and then the QUT boys picking up Nuke for the second one. They'll start on the T side there, and Deakin will be on they'll be on the T side. Deakin will be on the CT side of Nuke to start off that one. And if you have not seen the AEL Uni format before, for the round robin, it's best of 2, so both teams get a map to play. If it's a tie, both teams take away a point. It's 1-1 in that situation. If it's a 2-0, one team takes 3 points and the other is stuck with a big fat 0. As well, I'm watching Skades at the moment. He's tapped. He's looking very much in the mood for a bit of shooting with that USP in the AWP. Very much logging in for these ones here. For some of these players, I don't know if we've seen the. Deakin, Malkin's sort of the big one. Remember him from the last team that, of course, Deakin winning last tournament last year in the season gone. Unfortunately, I don't really know the rest of these boys. It's sort of a new roster, so Malkin leads them, but everyone else is relatively new to it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of graduations. I remember talking to the Deakin players upon the last season when they took away against Monash. They pretty much they said their goodbyes. They fulfilled their wishes and dreams after finally winning, taking home the whole thing, the whole tournament. And there was like, yes, no more regrets. It took us like almost 3 years to win it against the big
the big boys, but they did it. They
did it. So this is definitely a new team. Centered around Melchin coming around. And I love QT. He goes, please ensure that your squads we're getting ready. On the side of QT, I think I have seen Jay, ex-GGGG, and Locked On play before. I'm not sure if I have seen them all, but it looks like Cross is there. Well, there you go. We remember Cross.
Yeah, so that is true. We do remember Cross. from the old Deacon squad there, as we are going to be getting into a, well, I don't know if we're going straight to the pistol or straight into a knife round here. There might be skip. I think we've skipped the knife round, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, the team name's set. The pistols are out, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to get underway for this best of 2. And it's going to be really big aggression here from QUT early. And they're going to pick up cross before we can get towards long doors. But now they know A is open here, the Deakins, so they start their march on the ones at XG. Stuck on towards the side at the moment. He's going to be joined with the rest of his team. It's going through CT and short. And he's going to pick up the first one there as they're pushing on towards that cross. Skadass will get the trade back for a second. The bullets go near the head of Versatile. And Malcolm actually picks up Jay behind. So 3v3, they managed to bring this one back. But Locked On and Versatile get those picks. And now it's Malcolm trying to get back towards it. Locked On goes for that tap. Left in the 1v2. And how does Malcolm want to play this one out?
Oh, I don't think he's got... Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, wait a second. I thought, he's way too far off, but never mind. He does just a fine job. Malcolm, he also breaks that Dust 2 early curse. Because I remember there was a few maps before when he played Dust 2. He was on 0 kills, but look at him now. 4 kills to start.
Well, you did say the team was centered around him, and if he's doing that for the entire match, I can absolutely see why. The P2000 doing the work, 4 kills in the round. As the QUT boys will actually force up into this one. So 3 MP9s, a couple of Deagles, a lot of aggression towards A-Long to begin with. They will leave XG towards that one. As the Deakins boys starting their trip up towards short and around that mid area. Already getting pretty aggressive towards there, starting to set up a bit of utility. They only have the one smoke flash and a nade, so they aren't going to be out any flashes to get in towards this one. And already early damage there from Locked On and Normal as well, hitting that Deagle. Already down to a 3. Malcolm will put him away. What's a 4v3 situation? XG though coming out from long, you might be able to find at least one here. Get the damage, can't quite hit it. Long range with the MP9 is always difficult. Deakins try to rotate towards B side. They do have that Malcolm out in towards mid. He's already on towards the B side and all. Now Versatile spotted as well. This should be a kill. He will get one on the way out. Bomb should go down and leave us in a 3v2 area.
Alright, here we go. Now it comes with the raw dueling power. They have armor and helmet, so there should be more than enough. They do take Malcolm out, and now Cross with the AK has to do work. He gets denied, and so this is going to be a diffuse. QT, despite the beginning rush, they hit very great shots, very precise. They played it exactly towards their advantage, dodging all the early utilities and taking very good kills. So a nice round and an AK to hand.
Yeah, an upgrade to that one. And this is the interesting thing here for the Deacon boys. Do they force into this? Do they try and play out this economic battle? You'd imagine they'd try and do something around it. And it looks like they'll just keep pretty conservative for this one. Everyone's going around that 2,000 mark. Couple of pistols. Malcolm will have that double flash with the Deagle. Everyone else sort of on those pistols as well. He's the only one with armor, him and Skadass. Waiting around towards these long doors early, seeing if anyone might just present themselves here for QUT, but they're playing pretty passive-aggressive. Jay has gone up fairly long towards short here. It's Master Cheese, spotters one in towards that top mid-side. Jay's about to have a lot of people come towards him. Skadass, the Tech 9 headshot lands perfectly. Now the A side is actually completely open if they start pushing on. XG towards long. Might be able to do a bit of work, but they decide just to take their time for now. It allows QUT to do some rotations, but since they haven't seen anything yet, still not sure what could come about. The problem is lack of utility around. They've only got the 2 flashes. This could be big here for Cross. He gets locked on. Oh, 5v3. MP9 picked up. This is a big round here, possibly for the Deakins.
Oh, but not if they all get dropped through that mid, and Versatile takes the 3, only up to Cross now, and that is really unfortunate. Off to a very good start. Bombs dropped in the middle, can't really do anything else. Cross right now, well, he has a dream. He just needs to bang heads, and he does get that one. So the Mal from long distance just get taken down. Now it's up to XG trying to get this one through. I really tried, but Cross meanwhile gets another tap onto Versatile. They know where he's at. They know that he's just the one lone gunman. But the thing is, can they close this well? I mean, like, he doesn't have enough time, so he has to push. So they're gonna push that time advantage into their favor. QT, they are gonna clean up eventually, but wow, that could have been dangerous.
That could have been. Versatile saves that round. The FAMAS in towards mid and manages to spray down the rest of the Deacon squad. They'll be pretty happy with that one in the end. They saved most of the money from that previous round, so the full buy will come in here. And they did a bit of damage as well. UT, M4A1 S's on everyone except Versatile saves over that FAMAS from last round. And again, you can see what we were going on about early for that split. So here we've got that. So the two start out towards long from CT. They push out. You can see already No Mal falling back more towards that mid side. So they've got that double aggression there. Meanwhile, Jay tucked in towards short. As Waddles firing off a few shots on towards the B side right now. Smoke will go down. Just firing back and forth. Bit of damage done to Waddles. He's down to 54. Everyone else just waiting their time. That smoke could be absolutely perfect from No Mal. Just crosses back from doors. As that's happening, it'll allow the Deakins to get through up towards short. Now Jay has to face quite a few here. Gets the first, can he second? Cheeks gets that trade across, leaves it in the 4v4. And with that, XG starts pulling his way back towards the A site. No Mal spots at least one coming on here as Master Cheats pop flashed in. Now they've got to be prepared because Malcolm is also out towards long. No Mal up towards ramp here. The flash goes over, gets one, gets two. XG, a perfect one there. Malcolm out from long though. Will be able to get one as well as Waddles. Still have the trades their way and it's left in a 1v2.
Alright, Waddles, come on, 1-on-2, can you do this? Like, slowly has to go through, has to raw, dry peek everything. He's been challenged right now by Versatile through long. Oh, nice little bit of exchange. The damage is good. 16 against 26, Navarro on top. Knows that if he just jumps down in a desperate situation, can't get that 4K. A lot of position. Versatile's keeping Waddles just in CT spawn. Not much he can do at this second. He's pretty much stuck with the time. It's not a fantastic position. He's just trying to look to save his gun. So he's going to slowly walk back in. And as... Nope. He says, no. Oh, yep. No. There was nothing he could do at that second. So they had his number down. While, you know, we love the Deakins right now. It looks like they are going to be on an eco round. They do get the flashes. So they're going to invest into... Okay, hang on a second. All right. So they are going to have that firing power, picking up the scout and some max and some techs and lots of flashes. Let's see what they're going to be able to do against QT.
Oh, the one out to contest along this time will be joined actually. Oh no, Mal XG with the pop flash gets two. Malcolm at least gets a trade, but No Mal two straight back. Crossed with the Deagle. Puts it in a 1v3, but he's already so low. Has spotted out Jay. Pop flash again goes over. Cross lands a nice shot there. A 1D, and surely he won't be able to find a second here as camera decides just to go to lockdown as he's running up short because, you know what, why not? Definitely the fight we're looking for there as it's in a 1v2. Decent damage at least from the Deakins this round. It's in picked up. He knows Versatile is sort of towards in that car position. He does have bomb available, so a minute left. One smoke as well, so it's still something he can try to do here and keep QUT guessing. But you'd imagine they're still on top in this situation as Cross looking out towards long, seeing if anyone starts sneaking up, but he looks fairly committed, like he wants to go towards this long push eventually. 50 seconds and counting. And QUT locked in their positions at the moment, not moving yet. This is the thing here. It's just playing mind games because they know he's got the bomb. They're thinking, do we hold this position? Do we look towards other places? It's all just sitting in their minds. So smoke goes out towards mid as well, and that could play distraction. Lockdown's heard that. Starts pushing up towards short, and there was a lot of pressure on Versatile to get this fight won, and all Cross finds that, and all of a sudden a 1v1 situation. Lockdown, though, does have the positioning towards short. Surely he gets this one down. He spots it out and he puts it away. A nice round from the Deakins with some lower funds, but they still won't be able to push that round through. And QUT will find their fourth.
Cross was just going big brain, trying to manipulate the situation to his favor. You can see him, like, it would have been the biggest bamboozle. Hello, doggy. But yes.
That was a dog,
here we go. The Galils and the AKs pulled out. The lost by bonus is coming through, and Cross gets a double big opening. A is now wide open. J has to quickly scramble around, trying to reposition. Doesn't want to be taken out as well. So locked on coming through. The smoke is going to be blocking this. J on top, trying to just get that first stab in. He's gonna just get changed up. 4v2 situation finally. Deakins is going to be able to secure the site, get a plant in, and a position to actually compete.
Gap in the smoke allows Cross to sort of get that angle first up. He's quite low though, down to 3 HP. And you'd imagine QUT will just look to try and save these two rifles of FAMAS and M4A1S. Versatile has all that utility as well. He can use in the next round. The Deakins will find a second here. The money from the bomb plant, M4A1S picked up as well for Waddles, and Again, that was just cross. All cross coming out through long. The pot bashers were fantastic to set him up. Gets those 2 kills and pretty much puts QUT on the back foot the moment the round started. And he's been off to a pretty decent start so far. He's on 7. Malkin's on 8. Meanwhile, Nomel on 7. Versatile on 7 himself. And Deakins trying to get as many rounds on this T side as possible as they're working towards that CT side. I'll be looking at least for that 5 or 6 at a minimum. QUT. 2 save rifles mean they will be able to force up mostly here. Jay will be on the Deagle, but everyone else on the rifles, even if it's just some downgrades in the FAMASs. And the Deakins, well, it looks like they're going straight towards B, and they've made a very nice call because there is not a single QUT player sitting there right now.
Oh, they might just have everything gambled on the right area. So as the rest of QUT is scrambling to go through, XG, he jumps through the hole, only gets the 1. Sees the plan, sees most of the team here. So Nomel coming from behind. What a great timing. He takes down Malkin, knows that there's one more that's pretty much softened up cross. Down to 34, and the rest is going to just coming in, and that is going to be cross. 5 on 2. As they try to go for a great play. That is just execution. Oh man, QUT.
That is something you're not going to see too often. A flawless retake of the B site. Not a single player lost. And QUT, well, they give up the B site at the start of the round. Everyone towards A and mid side. Deakins get a free plant, but the round going a very different direction indeed. And just like that, 5-2. Deakins still will be able to get the full buy going across here. You can imagine Malcolm maybe a bit shorter. I think the AK might be traded across there, or Waddles would sit with the MAC-10, but they will get the rifles everywhere. Cross will sit on the AWP. Meanwhile, an AK picked up from Locked On, and Jay from the previous round. XG will stick with the FAMAS, but definitely not looking towards B this time around. Instead, trying out towards that long play. And this time, QUT not contesting too much towards it. Nomad tucked in towards Khan. He is about to get a whole lot of trouble towards that position. If the Molotov hits, it does. He throws down the smoke. They know he's around that area. The spam and nades start to go in. And he, on 7 HP, stuck in the corner. Malkin spots him as he tries to get away. Falls back in towards the car position and is taken out. 5v4, they start to push up towards long here. Locked On. And XG will pass that smoke. There's a little gap there. They find the first, looking for more. Then the spray's coming in, but Master Chi trades back with 2. And now Jay left on short. There's a whole lot of work to do. He's been spotted out. Master Chi's with a 3K, and it is all left on Versatile. There's not much he can really do in this situation as Malcolm puts him away, and the Deakins find their 3rd.
Wow, that round was really quick and smooth. The Deakins, as soon as they locked down that cut position, like, Locked On and XG decided to jump down and just go through the smoke. They went with a big gamble and they unfortunately lost it. So Deakins taking that one quite easily. It's going to result in all the utilities in the world against a lesser utility QUT. So as we have the M4 silencers and the FAMAS on deck, we'll see how much that they can bait out in terms of utilities and how much of the map positional powers as Master Cheese just comes right up from Short and Cat, and they're just getting the executions through. Do they know the moles here? That is the question.
Oh, I don't think they do. And he finds 2. Malkin so low, a 3rd as well as Waddles tries to get the plan in. He will, but he'll be taken down. And Nomel goes absolutely crazy with a 4K. Shuts it down. The Deakins, they thought they got the 2 on towards the A side. They weren't expecting the second player, or the 3rd one, sitting there up towards ramp. And Nomel delivers in spades. 6-3. The bomb did go down, so the Deakins will again get that full buy going across, but they got to be kicking themselves there. Perfect break in towards that A site. They did everything correct. They just weren't expecting that 3rd player in.
And the Mo was so cheeky as well. I mean, he was just waiting his time. He bound and he was just, yep. He denied everything. So Deakins must be really hungry. On this round, trying to take something. As you can see, they are being a little bit precautious. They don't exactly have all the flashes in the world to deal with now, so one more to tackle the side and lots more smoke to block it off. You can tell just from the position, they know that they have to push through long, but it's just, can they identify a player or like a possible gap? They need to trade out, as you can tell. Cross going through, trying to get any form of info through long from the pit, and he's not going to be giving any. Nothing is going to go through his way, and they know that last round they dropped on AWP. I've been selling too much phones lately. It's on deck.
You
right. So, well, okay, never mind. They are going to go back and just re-strategize around B, I guess.
Well, they'll be hoping that Master actually is crossed down towards long. Might be able to play that distraction. Keep at least those 3 players towards A. Maybe pull Versatile towards it as well. And it has actually kind of worked there. Locked on. Oh, missing that initial flash. He's the only one on side here. So it's a lot of pressure on him as QUT, they start to rotate across. They're starting to realize something might be amiss here. XG starting to go in towards mid, but it's only going to be one on the site right now, and it's all left and locked on to try and get a few kills. Trying to lock this down as well. We'll find one, but Malchin, the immediate trade. Push up from behind, though, coming here from XG. He'll find one, but Cross and Mal can get the trades back in their position. Skadas and Cross are fairly low, but now they have this in a 3v2. And open Versatile as well. And if QUT want to get this retake done, it is going to take a lot of work here. Jay with 100 health. They don't have any flashes either, just a couple of smokes. Cross is back as well, back towards tunnels at the moment. Waiting for the flank that isn't going to be coming. Bomb continues to tick. Versatile the only one with a kit, and that's been dropped. Skadas puts him away. Malchin holding the door with Jay trying to his way through. And the Deakins grab their 4th. It is back. It's just round after round going back and forth at the moment. After it, well, it was a 1-round win for Deakin. They got the pistol 4 in a row to QUT, and then from there it's been Deakin, QUT, Deakin, QUT. The economy battle. QUT again, the investment comes in. Not as great as they'd been hoping. MP9, a couple of Famis's, a Deagle, and M4A1F for XG. And Deakins again, trying this quick play out towards long. And again, QUT not really contesting it. Just, well, they're more allowing them to push up towards the A side, and they are going quickly in.
I think this is not that bad of an idea. So right now, as they are going to be short on the utility-wise, they can just sit right up here. On the ramps, I mean, this is a nice position that they can be playing here. Getting the damage through, XG has been exposed, so not much he can do, although does just get traded right here. They are going to shut off Cat. Meanwhile, Cross sitting onto that smoke, knows that there's a player here, dodges the flash beautifully, and now not much left to be saying onto this position where the Miles on 15 and Versatile pretty much can't really be contesting into the site with our utilities. At this stage, Deakins looks like they're going to secure themselves a nice round. The economy is going to be going back and forth, but I think this is the wait that, you know, that was worth our tonight's late start, because we are going to get ourselves a bang of a series, and this is really, really decent coming from both sides.
They're already looking very nice so far as the Deakins find their 5th, 6-5 after 11. Now QUT, they finally lose 2 in a row, and with not a huge amount of loss bonus, they will have to try and, well, sort of save around this one. Jay can maybe buy up a pistol and some armor if he wants to. Deagle comes out. They still have all the FAMAS and MP9 saved from the previous round, but XG and Locked On, they'll just stick with their own pistols, not buying any utility, any armor. And they're deciding to 5-stack towards B. We have 4 players of the Deakins weighing late, and Cross is about to have a whole lot of heads coming his way. You'll find first, the second, the spray from the 8K is absolutely perfect. 3. Jay will get a trade back from Malchin with the 3rd, and Cross will find himself a 4K. Sprays them down nicely. The Deakins tied up at 6 apiece, and now QUT should be a buyback in here. The M4s, A1Ss will come out, a bit more utility. But, and the Deakins there, it could have been a very interesting round considering they're all waiting there, but Cross was having none of it. Beautiful spray control with the AK. They start to build a bit of an economy they can use in towards these later rounds. And again, looking towards this B side, it might be again a quick rush, and Locked On and Mr. Versatile, a lot of work to do.
Oh, as they quickly go through, Locked On is just going to come out and take him out. That's going to be the triple, and the bomb goes down. Oh no, Waddle's down the soul, man. He tries to get something. He's pretty much identified. They know exactly where he's going to be going. The bomb is going to be just secured, left on the ground without much the Deakins can do. Yep, so looks like at this stage he's going to be shushed away, and Waddle's pretty much, well, if he doesn't retreat now, he's pretty much just going to resign himself to his fate, because QUT is looking very, very steadily throughout this. And as what he should be doing, not much he can be. I mean, he did try. I was going to say, if he didn't want to really be doing anything, they can always go back and use the rest of the round to go and have a quick discussion. But I think Deakins just called and said, no, I think we're doing pretty good, so let's just get our completion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there wasn't really much need to save there. They had the money for the 4x for the next round anyway, as they do. But that B rush completely shut down, as now they're looking towards that long A rush. Flash is going flying overhead. Next G Pushing towards it with Normal. He'll gallantly find the one, but XG at 3k with the AK. Will finally get shut down from Cross, but huge damage there. And the bomb's dropped as well. Should be able to recover it because it's not exactly in a position they can really defend here. QUT boys, and I don't think they're aware that it's even still down at the moment. 7-6 and 3v2. It's a perfect start for the round for them. Still plenty of utility as well. Cross sitting at just 22 HP. G's throwing that smoke out towards mid-side, maybe trying to provide a distraction that there might be something else going on. It has managed to pull away locked on, so only the one left on side, and if Jay's not careful, could be a lot of damage coming his way. Meanwhile, locked on, waiting for the play towards mid that is never going to come. As Master Cheese and Cross make their way up towards this ramp push.
Alright, slowly. They just did a head. They see the head. They take down Jay. That's an unfortunate loss right there. Not even knowing. So now Lockdown, as he is going to throw the utility, trying to get some form of nade damage. Master Cheese does go down, but there is going to be the molly right behind, followed by a flash, trying to just bait anything out, trying to possibly bait out a jump for information. That nade that's going to come out, also just going to be bounced upon his locked. Oh no! Oh, come on! Oh dear.
Versatile's utility misses, but locked on spray does not. The AK lands too, and QUT will pick that one up. Their 8th round. And 1 round to go in the half. I mean, the utility almost worked in their favour there, QUT, because the Deakins were looking for a nade and they're looking for a Molotov. Where did they go? They didn't know. And, they get the job done. Not going in the highlight package, those that nade duties. But it's still a round 1. They take what they can get. And the last round of the first half coming through here, full buy for both sides. Jay with the AWP. We haven't really seen much of an AWP play on this CT side. Some of that to do with the money, but it will be out for this final round. As it's going to be a quick play towards mid here for the Deakins. They try to get going up short. And oh, there's the AWP doing damage. But just as much as it does, it gets shut down just like that. XG with the drone to Scrouse, but a 3v3 after some quick encounters and some lower push there from Versatile. Gets the HP coming across. Can't connect the kill, but locked on a no-mal. Bring it back into a 1v2. And now Cross left with it all to do. Bomb down towards short. But still plenty of time left in the round here.
Oh, all the exchanges through that cat is very, very good coming in from QUT. They were able to successfully trade out, and now the bomb being dropped as well. There's still 1 minute to go this whole time. It's just the challenge. Do they get to challenge Cross? Oh, and there is going to be the spots on the wall. He's going to finish up with a wallbang. And so, really nice completion on the side of QUT. They are going to edge out that 3 extra rounds. However, this is not the biggest gap on the Dust 2 that we've seen. And so, Deakins here definitely can be doing a lot. So when they do switch, it's going to be quite interesting to see if they're able to take some rounds away from QT, who has shown clear precision when it comes down to a very good execution.
Now, with the Deakins, they've gotten those 6 rounds on the T side. This is their map pick, so that's what the least they would have wanted in that regard. A lot of really aggressive plays out through B, out through A long. Seeing though, QUT playing things a bit differently to start off this pistol. Waiting towards long doors at the moment, grouped up together. There's the Deakins playing a pretty passive way at the moment. 2 out sort of looking towards that mid side. You can see the rotation come through from Skadas if needed. Master Cheese in towards Pit and XG's already spotted out one there. Dink coming through and they're starting to push in towards that one. They'll find Malchin and oh dear, now there's a lot of pressure on Master Cheese and he is jumping towards the Pit. Versatile grabs him just like that, a 5v3. Cross will get boosted up on the site just in time. The nade will do some nice damage. XG taking down to 24 HP, but Versatile hitting shots with the USP. They know Cross is tucked in towards the box as Waddles makes his way towards the site. Lands a nice one there. First one of the round for the CTs. They need to find so much more when they already have Cross locked into position. Waddles down to 39. Bomb planted. It is a tough task here for the CTs to get this one done. In fact, they're not even going to be given much of an opportunity after the bomb plant. 10-6. QUT, a pretty solid pistol to take their 10th here. 10-6. And the Deakins amp, do they try and force on this one? Or will they look to just save and probably most likely allow this 11th round to go through for the QUT boys?
Yeah, I think during that last round, there wasn't too much that they can be competing into this one right now. So all the Galil's being pulled out with the Scout, trying to secure this round in that terms of better weapon fire. I think right now Deakins might have to just buckle down and prepare for the incoming damage. See how many rounds that they can possibly try to negate, because right now QUT is absolutely on fire. Nice little bit of damage onto Locked On, but he's got helm, he's got armor, it's all good. Versatile is going to quickly rush out, takes out 2 really quick kills, and pretty much everything is just going to be rushed out onto the long. A is just going to be straight up march here. They're really not going to be needing to invest overly too much into this, and as Cross is going to quickly get that one. Oh, well, that's going to be the second. So QT looking like a very easy round for them onto that one, but obviously it was eco coming from Deakins, so we shall see what is going to be the full response as we get Cross on that AWP.
As he is there. Joe will be taking the scout in this one. So this is the GT. I mean, the guns from that round saved over. They'll have at least another buy after this. You'd imagine, maybe. It's going to be an interesting one, but the save from last one allows the Deakins to have these rifles out. Not as much utility, but Waddles grabs the first one there. I should say Cross. I thought it was in a collateral. And everyone, apparently, for the Deakins was blind as they get all 3 of those kills, and it completely shuts down this round before it's even started here. All the QUT fellas as they make their way back towards T-spawn. Legs tucked between their tails, or tails tucked between their legs, I should say. They now look to reposition towards the A site where there's no real setting here from the Deakins. They've gotten pretty aggressive towards B. Trying to defend low as there's Master Chief, who's holding that one there. So they make their way along quickly. They might have an opportunity. There's an AK picked up there from Skidass, but still just waiting in position. Still a minute left on the clock. Bit of utility available here is Locked On and Omel. Slowly make their way up towards long as the Deakins wait towards this B site. They're going to start thinking that maybe it's going to be a switch over. But Omel, 15 kills so far in this game. Locked On with 14. I mean, all of the QUT squad very even. 15, 14, 15, 14. Jay the only one just trailing a bit there on 7, but they've all been very solid so far. And this should be a bomb plan at least, even if it's not the round 1. Pop Flash goes across, and Omel will just make his way there. 12 HP, and Locked On. Unfortunately, there's a gap in that smoke. Cross puts it away, and Omel trying to plant towards short. Unfortunately, will be pushed off that one. Flashes and everything goes over. We'll get the bomb plant money at least as Malkin charges him down. The Deakins will find their first on the CT side.
Yeah, here we go. I think it's just the opening where the Deakins was able to take out that first 3. Came as a shock to QUT. A very, very sad moment right there for the QUT boys, but at the same time, they did what they could in order to secure the economy into the next round to stay competitive, and you gotta give it to them. They really did quite well when it comes down to that. So, as the gap is still going to be around 4 rounds onto the side, we'll see. It's going to be the scout between Versatile and AWP on Cross that's going to make that difference. But on the same time, they're going to challenge him. And so, a little bit of net damage to shoot Cross off, and here's the utility is the response.
Waddles, meanwhile, getting very aggressive in towards uppers. So this will be some very nice information, although Locked On will get that kill on towards short. Malkin falls. Molly going down, but they're pushing straight past it. They want to get this done right now. And stuck in towards CTD. You can see Master Chief throwing out the Molotov, but gets caught up by that one. Skidass gets one back when Omel with the immediate trade. Now there's a lot of pressure if Waddles can get back on that flank behind. There is a smoke sitting on towards that short, so it makes it difficult, and they're already throwing nades back towards it. Waddles cops absolutely all of it, down to 42 HP, fires through with the AK. Might spot out Jay there. He's in such an awful position. Does see the outline maybe, but Jay puts him away, and now Cross with the orb. He's just going to have to try and save, but he is in CT. If they check it, he is in a whole lot of trouble right now. And in fact, they do as he tries to make his way away. Versatile will put him down. And QUT looking very solid right now here on this T side, 12-7. The Deakins, the money is there for an investment. Cross might be a bit lower than the few others. You can see the AWP, unfortunately, won't be invested this time around. He'll have to stick with the scout. AWP now on Jay. There's everyone on the QUT side with the AKs sitting there, and again, and this is another big round, and Scout doing damage on towards Jay just like that. Cross doesn't need the AWP, it seems. Locked On meanwhile pushing in towards Sword, and he's knocks out Malkin. That's a big one. Master Chief's pushed up course for there. He comes down, wants that fight towards mid. He doesn't quite get that one there, and now Master Chief's pushed up towards short. They're not ready for it. He gets 2 just like that. Cross running out from there, and Master Chief's tried to get the trade across, but he gets put away. 3v2, and now Skidass towards short. So much pressure. The bomb actually got dropped. I think you might see that, but does he get the kill there? The first one, he does the spray, locked on so low, looking for a second, and the third as well from Skadash shuts it down, and the Deakins will get 8 there. That was just all over the place that round. One team was on top, the other was, and Skadash just goes, you know what, bugger it, there's a spray down for a 3K, and the Deakins find their 8.
Oh dear, I think that's one of those market fights that you just don't expect and everything is just chaotic. And as the chickens fly around from that last round, it's going to be back into 12A in the round of 21. It's quite interesting to see QUT right now with that 4-bar Cosmic Power with Cross just taking Versatile by surprise and a double coming through as well. I love it when Auto Direct doesn't want to capture the action, but at the same time...
We wanted to see what was going on in lowers.
Yeah,
no action.
Definitely.
Master Chiefs fights Jay. It's just great. We love it. And it leaves QUT with just the 2 here. They push on towards the B site. Waddles has been spotted. He's down to 58 HP. If they can find this, they might be able to work something here. No smoke towards doors as of yet. The bomb, I think, should be able to get planted at least. Malkin might look to rush through with the max of the MP9, I should say. But he will hold off for now. 4v2 retake. Both players for QUT low on that half HP. And imagine they should have this one locked in, the Deakins. Unless something absolutely insane happens and Malkin and Master... But no Mel on XG4, and the Deakins find 9, just 3 away now. They will get their bomb plant through, but I wouldn't have thought they will have their money for a full investment into next. You can see Jay does have the 4,000, but everyone else sitting around the 3,000, 2.5 mark. I would imagine it's just going to be a couple of pistols, maybe some armor, a little bit of utility. Jay might even just full save, so we make sure he gets that AWP. We'll just sit with the Deagle. The Deakins, they should be looking for a 10th here, bring it back to just a 2-round difference, and really turn up the heat in the kitchen.
Alright, well, hopefully they're going to be able to give us that good old Aussie barbecue down under. So, as we have this QT, pretty much is going to be on that eco. They are pretty much identified through the doors, and oh boy, that is just a firing squad right there by Malcolm. It just executes everyone. Now in the mall. One lone chicken right on the side. Gets spot. Oh my goodness. Gets the damage down, but not enough to just finish on that clock. So, unfortunate, but still, it was quite interesting.
Yeah, AK spray onto unarmored players is a joy to watch. As the Deakins find their 10th there. A bit of damage at least done from Q2 will mean there's a couple more reinvestments, but... Now this becomes a very big round here. The full investment from QUT, AK's J with the AWP. Meanwhile, keep most of their guns from last round. Cross will again have that AWP back towards... This time up towards short. Trying to get aggressive there is XG. Looking to possibly challenge that. Smoke out towards that short side box. I think second of it though is already out towards long doors here is Versatile. No real hold here from the long doors of the Deakins. They will just allow them to have that sort of pit area. Waddles, meanwhile, by himself on towards the B side as Master Cheese. Peek across there, and he will be able to put down Versatile. Big opening pick into the round as the Deakins just trying to get towards Car, and that might just be a bit aggressive. Master Cheese go for a trade, and they come up empty. 4v3. The A site's open at the moment. There will be the push up here from Cross to get towards short. The gap in the smoke, you'll find locked on. There could be a few more here as XG run past it. That's the bomb dropped as well. And that's what happens. A slight miss in utility. And it can all go wrong. Momo, though, coming up through. Oh, CT. He will actually find it, and Jay gets 2. Just like that, these rounds swing from one way to the other. You think the Deakins have it locked in, and then QUT, just like that, they'll find their 13th. Oh, it's just anywhere. In the moment, you think, oh, okay, it's swinging this way, and then bang, 3 kills just like that, and the round's over.
Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. Looking at, oh my goodness, that could have been dangerous. And as Jay misses that shot right there, it's a very hard shot. He is not going to miss Cross, who was just aiming up. And as we have this going through, Versatile spots the one onto the pit. And now Master Chief's trying to get something. He sees the molly to his face, but he's going to go down with a trade, of course, which is quite good, given that his position was exposed and he wasn't alone for the world. Right now, a one-man advantage with some utilities that they can pretty much execute onto any sides. The question is, will QUT decide to go big brain and just bamboozle the rest of the Deakins? Or will they execute back into the tunnels and re-swing back in from mid? That is the question.
On Amal could be playing that mid play here if he wants to, throwing up that distraction flash towards the short side. That will pull Waddles back in towards the A site, and now Malkin, whole lot of pressure on him right now. So they start to group up towards here. If Nomau gets it out towards mid as well, he can put down that smoke and really just block off any sort of transfer quickly from the Deakins. So there is a lot of pressure on this man to try down. Score sits 13 to 10, 14 to 10. The Deakins will have no money next round as well. So everything comes down to this spray control here, and it starts off with a perfect nade. And Waddles has got Normo down towards mid, and now it's all left to Jay. A 1v3 finds the first, but 26 seconds, needs to get the bomb planted. Starts to make his way on towards the side. That Molotov towards window will at least momentarily stop them pushing in and will allow the bomb plant. But now Waddles has managed to go past it, throwing in the wrong position, but Jay's checking the wrong area. Waddles jumps on down, gets the kill, and the Deakins will find 11. It was a scary, scary proposition if they dropped that round there, but they get the job done. They pull it back to a 2-round difference. You AWP across as well. And now QUT, and this is an interesting spot. Do they invest into this one? They have enough for a few players. You'd say realistically they can get AKs across, and they will. Some downgrades as a Mac 10, a Galil, and an UMP as well on Nomel. Still plenty of utility to use. But if they drop this, all of a sudden there is a lot of pressure coming through. Versatile though, starts it off very nicely. Malkin, the big man from the Deakins so far, he's had 24 kills along with Cross, but he is immediately out of the round.
They caught on to the bluff, and as the rest was getting out of position, this trade is going out of control. So, they do drop the bomb, but that's not going to be enough. So Waddle is going to get taken down. The bomb gets retrieved, and thus 1 on 3, 2 flashes on deck. Does have KID, but has to pretty much challenge this. 13 to 11, not the ideal situation to be in. And at the same time, nice shot going through, 48 health against 3. I'm not sure if his chances are going to be okay, but at least he can try to go for at least a kill right here. Versatile coming, swings out, gets taken down, starts down to 21. Pretty much no way to contest right now. Knows that there's not enough time, not enough utility position. Just has to back away at this second. I think the side of Deakins, they really wanted to go for a full aggression, no arms barred, just straight up fight. Unfortunately, Versatile was much more prepared and was able to shut that down really quickly. So QT 1 round closer into taking that first map, getting very, very good with that early aggression, and also handling the problems very, very fantastically. I think it's really impressive to see the likes of Jay and Versatile just flare up out of nowhere.
Well, it's just been a really solid team performance so far from the QUTs. I mean, XG leads with 21, but everyone's been pretty great so far in kill distribution for this one. And now the Deakins in a whole lot of trouble here with this bite. Skadas has the M4A1S saved over from last round. Everyone else just on pistols. You'd imagine this is a chance for QUT to find themselves the 15th. Gonna have to just land their shots with these ones here as Waddle's looking in towards mid. Towards that short side. Skadas. He's the man to play this here. He might just surprise Nomel. He's going to have absolutely no idea about this one. The spray, it just misses. Has to fall down, but Master Cheese also coming towards him, and that will be that one put away. And that is also an AWP picked up as XG tries to get a job done, pushing down towards lowers, and Cross finds him, and all of a sudden this round has swung massively towards the Deakins. They still need to try and get into the side here. If they can hold them down with a throw of the 5-7, that'd be massive, and Malkin finds one, maybe even a second here. They are getting absolutely destroyed right now. The pistols do the work towards mid, and they clean up the push towards the A side. And the Deakins stay alive with an absolutely massive round there. They went in with pistols, 1 rifle, and they come out now with an AWP, AKs galore, and the money completely on their side. As QUT, it has to be a save, and this is the Deakins coming right back into this one here.
Oh dear! Oh dear! don't let me say it again.
Target practice.
Well, as the eco round has come out, the rest of the Deakins is just gonna swamp by. This is pretty much done. XG only has, pretty much himself to hand onto, and he's gonna be hunted down by Cross. A really quick round, but it is very interesting. Round 28, 14 to 13. slowly the Deakins are closing in on QUT. I'm not sure where we're going to be able to predict, but the economy is definitely not looking good for QT at this stage. Well, we shall see what is going to happen, because last round I did not, well, 2 rounds ago, I did not expect Deakins to pick up that cheeky round.
Is absolutely 100% correct. As well, they have the weaponry here for at least something. 2 AKs, a Bison on Nomel, a Galil and a Mac 10. The Bison. We always like to see a Bison come out. Usually doesn't always end the way you'd be hoping for. As a boost trying to come up here, and Skadas might not be expecting it, but Jay walks out. They might be able to find a second, and oh, Skadas, he's just lining up heads. Will be put away as Locked On finds one as well, but Master Cheese keeps it in the Deakins' favour. 3v2, but mid is open at the moment. Master Cheese has the AWP on towards the B site right now, and how do QUT want to play this? A chance to find 15. And have 2 map points, but Malkin pushing in from top mid. XG's gone. That's the bomb dropped, and it's all left on Locked On. How is he going to play this one out? He's been spotted already towards mid. The spray will connect there, but pushing up short. Don't know if he's going to be ready for Waddles coming in here. Oh, he actually lines around and finds it. And now he's spotted out Master Cheese as well. Flashbang and smoke going. Oh, trying to get back up towards short, but Master Cheese lands the shot through the door. And that one got really, really close to the Deakins, but they get the job done. And we are all tied up here on Dust 2. And QUT, unfortunately, they won't really be able to contest this round. And you would imagine Deakins should find themselves a 15th and a chance to close out their map pick.
Oh, boy, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. QUT really just trying their best to get a plant down. They need to secure maximum efficiency for the next one. And yes, they're going to get stars. Oh, here we go. Things are going to happen. Magic everywhere. But Cross is going to quickly shut all the hopes down. Oh, my God. Cross is just solid. And he's going to take a 4K. The bomb right in front of him. He stares into this. And he is going to ace them all. The hopes right now from QUT slowly dousing. But you know what? You know, this is round 30. Let's see if we're going to get equalized.
Here it is, the Deakins. They trailed 14-11. They've won 4 rounds in a row to give themselves a chance to close out their map with 1 map point. Give themselves a 1-0 series lead. And they're going to be contesting towards long. Nomel flashed off in that position, as was Master Cheese, so nothing landed from both sides. Still 2 towards long at the moment for Deakins as they're trying to hold this up here. QUT thinking about some re-aggression possibly towards this, as XG will tuck himself in towards just sitting at long doors. As they start to filter back out to certain positions, they'll send Skadas back out in towards that mid side. Waddles playing the B here with Malchin. Minute 15 left on the clock, and QUT grouping up here for this long push. They run on out. The flash is just a little too late, Mark. And he can fall off the angle as well. Don't know if Skadas noticed the push up short there or not. As Versatile's managed to get in that position, but they have the 2 players here. Master Cheese holding with that AWP towards the CT side. It all comes down to these short pushes here, and it's going to be Cross going in. That players can see this needs to work out as possible. Start their push in. The smoke is down. Need to get rid of Cross here towards short side if they want to go and get a bomb plant, but he finds XG. He's looking for more. He's spotting the heads, and Cross, he's just absolutely deleting all of them. Nomel will have it all to do here in a 1v5, and I'm sorry, big man, but you're not going to get this one done today, and it's going to be the Deakins. They bring it back 16-14, and they will take their map pick, but boy, oh boy, did QUT push them all the way.
Oh, that was so back and forth. I mean, the smallest of margins coming from both sides, and then you get the Deakins equalized and then taking it at the last hurdle. Deakins, whew, as they breathe a sigh of relief. One gotta think what's gonna be the surprise coming in onto the nuke, because QUT, they are very solid. I mean, they have proven themselves that they are a squad to be contending with. They are going to be picking up the Deakins' favorite map on Nuke. So we will see if they are going to be as strong on it as they were in Dust 2, or if the Deakins is going to take away Nuke just like in their old fashion. So don't go anywhere, as we are going to go into a quick BRB until we come back to the second lead match of the night. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AEL CSGO week 5 between the Deakins versus QUT looking for scholarship in a very, very heated first starts to 16-14, going to the Deakins, and now going to Nuke. Haz, what do you think about tonight's matchup?
I mean, that was just a really solid showing from both teams there. I think, unfortunately, there for QUT, they had the opportunity to win that map there, take a 1-0 lead in, but it was that round. The one M4A1S up against a one M4A1S with pistols up against a full buy, and unfortunately, it all falls apart from them there. D can get on the roll. They win the last 5 rounds, and they take their map pick, but they got pushed all the way for it as we now turn towards Nuke. This one picked by the boys over on the side of QUT, and, well, we were saying earlier, Deakins, last year Nuke was one of their major picks and one of their main reasons for success in winning the last season of last year. But we don't really know what they're going to be like at this point going to this one. I mean, we do have, of course, Malchin and Cross from last year's one. And I've got to say, they were a major factor in that last map. 35 kills for Cross, 28 for Malchin. They just... well, for certain sections of that game, they put the boys in the back and they said, you know what, you guys are coming for a ride and we're taking you right towards the victory, well, to the finish line. And they got the job done. But I'm very excited for this QUT lineup. I thought they were very solid across the board. The spread of kills was very nice indeed. And while they do go down 16-14, they should not be disappointed in that one. That round with the pistols and the 1M4A1S goes their way. We could be having a different story here. They could be up 1-0 and looking to take this one out, but still, they can salvage a point from the night, lock this in Nuke, make it a 1-1, and I think both teams would go away happy in that regard. Deakins, of course, I mean, the Deakin boys, they want to get this one done. They want to find a 2-0, put themselves on top in Group A, give themselves a bit of breathing room. But this should be an absolute classic, I think. I'm looking forward to what should be a very interesting Nuke side. I think if the Deakin boys can get really rolling on CT side, they'll just put pressure on QUT because they're the ones picking this one. They need to find the T side rounds. If they don't get that, it immediately comes to, if it's 11-4, 12-3 half, even though you would say CT is always Nuke, like Nuke is CT sided, you'd say most of the time 70-30, 80-20, whichever way you want to put it, there's still a whole lot of pressure on them there to then try and get it done. So the pistol round on the first early one's going to be really important to see where that momentum goes and how both teams play it out. And the economy battle, which is always one there as well. We saw that it was always close on both sides of the half over on Dust 2. And in the end, the Deakins, they just got the economy going their way. They get those last 5 rounds. They get that one done. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to what should be a very entertaining map 2 here.
Yeah, I think we're in for a banger. I knew tonight was going to be awesome, but oh my goodness, I didn't think it was going to go in this fashion. And as we are ready for the last map of tonight, please give it up to both the Deakins and QUT looking for scholarship. What a beautiful and brilliant night that we're in. And I'm just reading the chat. QUT, the best comeback team, the favorite celebrity is K. Kim. It's Kim. So here we go. Getting back to the point, we'll see what happens. Utility is going to be raining through, and QUT, they are looking for a fast execution. Get down, Master Cheese. There's going to be a quick trade from heaven, as they are going to quickly get the plant. 2 players soften up. We'll see if they can get cross down.
Skas to have that nade as well as fine. Noma locked on with the trade back though. Skas now left up towards pit side. Bottles coming in through Heart finds the first. All runs out of ammo. Left on 2. XG needs to find 2. And Skas has the kit. And I don't think he'll have time to peek this. Not expecting to have it. Malcolm can just hold him at bay. And that will be the Deakins pick up the first. Not even a knife. Some nice extra cash there for Malcolm. Oh, you hate to see it when you're on the... Well, you hate to see it if it's happening to you. You love to see it as a viewer, depending on what side of the... what team you're supporting. But that was a very nice way to win the round there for the Deakins. And they get rolling in towards the CT side. Allows Malcolm to go an absolute full buy. M4A1S and complete utility across the board. But, well, the LFScholarship boys, they will get a full buy here. With the Galils. Although it's not starting off perfect as Malcolm gets the first, but the trade here from Locked On finds one. Huge damage onto Cross. And they know what position he's in. He's in a really awkward situation, trying to get a peek on left, right, and center. He's just ducking between the boxes, and Versatile will get Waddles while that's all going on. Locked in, finish off Cross. And this force-up looking very nice so far. A 4v2. The bomb should be going down on towards this A side.
Oh, man. That was absolutely good little game. I have no idea what to say right now, but that was super entertaining. As the rest is gonna come up from Stas, Locked On is gonna disrespect right back. Go back to the hole where it came from. So look, it's 1-0. It's really entertaining. A nice little bit of a start. QUT, they're gonna have the gun steal to compete, and the Deakins back on the pistols, gonna try to find whatever maximum utilities, whatever maximum they can go with the Berettas from Melcher. Let's go. 3 flashes, the Berettas. I love it.
Oh, it is a bit of a downgrade from the full M4 like he did at the previous round. As a push up here from Skadas and Cross, and oh my lord! Pistols doing work, pushing there from Master Cheese. XG with the Galil will match a trader back into a 2v2, and he finds more damage there, but they're all so low. And XG, he is running for his life down towards the B site. The bomb plant should be able to come on through, but with just 12 points of HP, this is going to be such a rough one. The M4A1S picked up as well by Malchin. Cross with the Galil, the 2 players that dominated over on Dust 2 with a chance to try and bring this right back here for the Deakins, but XG not going without a fight, left in a 1v4, a 1v1 I should say. He's gone all this way, trying to find a 4K to finish this one off. Malkin taps the bomb, he doesn't have a kid, he spotted XG as he makes his way in towards control room, and Deakins strike right back. They get the job done. The pistols and the dual Berettas, it's what they needed. It comes alive for the Deakins. They find 2. And for the scholarship boys, that's an unfortunate one to drop. XG. And again, we're stuck in an economy battle because they will buy up the T side here. They'll try and push in towards this one. There's a pause coming through here from Malkin. It looks like the Deakins are going to be having a tech one here.
Oh dear.
But oh wow. Even losing the round, the bomb player, they will have a full buy up. Oh.
Yeah.
It's already entertaining. It's been 3 rounds and we're looking absolutely fantastic so far.
That was, if anything, that was entertaining. I was like, what is going on? All the pistols are like the bonk. This is absolutely correct. Everything coming in from the Deakins is just like they are doing so much more better on pistols. It's like you win on pistols. You don't need to buy anything else. That's just how tonight's going to be going down. So QT absolutely livid on that one. I think there is going to be a very interesting play throughout. So as the tech is going to come through, it looks more like a serious disconnect. I tell you what, I did not expect that kind of an opening coming from both sides. It looks like QT is going to meet their match, is going to be able to have a little bit of difficulty executing with the T side. And at the same time, Deakins, they have held on to some of their old professional strategies that they've been notoriously called out on. So, can't predict this one just yet.
Absolutely. I mean, there is... you really can't pick this one at the moment. The Deakins, they will find the second, of course, from that one there. They now will be able to get, again, a full buy through on their side. But, I mean, the Scholarship boys have their full buy here. So, even with a round loss, the bomb plan comes through. They've got full utility, a downgrade for Locked On with the Galil, but everyone else, AKs, Atlanta City with it is just waiting for this tech to come out of the old pause. And we do see the disconnect there from Skadas as he looks to try and fix a few things.
Well, yeah.
We'll just have to wait. We just have to wait and see what happens here for the rest of this one. Is hopefully they'll be able to fix up their problems and we get back into this game. Well, if you did miss the start, 16-14 win for the Deakins and their Mac pick of Dust 2. They were pushed all the way for that one. And now this is LFScholarship's pick here, the QUT University side. As they look to try and even this series up at 1-1, take a point out of this one. Deakins trying to find all 3 with a 2-0 victory. And they are in the lead at the moment. We just wait for the last man to come in here. But this is where the economy battle is really big at. Because again, this is, if Scholarship win this one, Deakins are again on the back foot. They're most likely send the pistols. And then that would allow the Scholarship boys to start building a bit of bank. They get on a roll. They start finding those tier rounds, build up as many of those as possible. Deakins get this one though, and the Scholarship guys, they're immediately on the back foot. The loss bonus will be at least at those 2 rounds. But this should be interesting. And, oh, I don't think the Deakins are going to get their player back in here, which is very, very unfortunate. So they're going to be playing a 5v4 into this one.
Oh, no, he's back.
No, Skidas, he's got it in at the last second. The buy comes through. So breathe a sigh of relief. We do have the 5v5 here. The utility going out early towards this long side. Jay trying to get up on towards Silo. I think he actually missed that jump there, so he decides to jump down with the rest of his teammates towards that lower push. The smokes are out. They don't completely clear their way down. What's that B side? Lowers and they've got to be careful. Fights here. The T's and Cross is absolutely turning them to mincemeat finds too. And just like that, they've already found themselves a big advantage towards this round. Malcolm spots another, but Versatile out towards the A side. No one was expecting that. Does actually manage to take a bit of control here, but there's still Master Cheese left on towards the side. He can find a second, looking for a third. There is a sword. The molly pushed out Cross from heaven, and all of a sudden, it's an absolute change of the round there. Versatile has swung this back. Waddles will finally shut him down, but a 2v2. They've managed to get themselves into this round AEL Scholarship, and now it's all left on Waddles. Oh boy, how did the Deakins allow this? Bomb still isn't down, but they know where Waddles is sitting at the moment. He has to clutch up big time to try and give Deakins a third one here.
Oh, that early execution coming in was a little bit weak on QUT, and Deakins took full advantage on that, but Cross didn't get enough of a response, and everyone got taken down by Versatile. So it's a big swing back and forth. Meanwhile, Waddles, he's in the wrong place. He was just trying to second guess descending into B. So as he's going to quickly work back in, he has to raw pick. He has to raw get something through. He has to get the exit kills, because it's not like he can really go through without. Yeah, he's pretty much spotted. As he walks through them all, takes him down, it is going to equalize, and so looking for Scholarship, he's going to be able to deny that round advantage. And look, if they actually lost that last round, Deakins would have been able to skyrocket and roll their economy, and round 5 and 6 could have been a potential AWP on the side of Cross. But as that round is going to be denied, this is going to be the round of Eco. The pistol's going to come out. As you can tell, Cross is just looking to get a little bit aggressive. Looking at the current plays, he's going to get some info. There's nothing outside, so the rest of Deakins should know how to position themselves upon this play.
Well, last time the Deakins had all the pistols out and Scholarship had all the weaponry, it certainly went in a direction we weren't expecting. Skidas again, locking himself towards this ramp push. And XG, what was he playing for there? I think he maybe was getting ready for one of his teammates to do a pop flash. And now Versatile's got to be very careful out towards Silo. Tagged down to 32, knows the Cross is towards the red box and will put him away. But an AK dropped over to Skidas. 4v4, still Scholarship. They have all the utility. They still have the gun advantage. So they start to make the way up towards this B push on towards ramp. They've been spotted out there from Waddles, but he has to start making his way down. Skidas will join him though with that AK pushes on out. The one trade's gone in favor of Deakins. They make their way down towards B. Locked on, checking the position. Smoke going towards the double doors there, and Malcolm does actually open that. Starts to push through the smoke. Almost picking up one there, but Jay will put him down. Left on a 3v1. Master Cheese, P250, comes on out and almost gets the kill. 1 HP for Locked On to finish that one off in Scholarship. They will put through the round, and now they can start to roll on this T side, as it's just going to be pistols here for the Deakins.
I'm not sure what to comment. I mean, the pistols are still on the side of Deakins. He's still just as dangerous as they would have had normal guns, if not even more dangerous. But there's just going to be armor stars. Not a lot, well, no utilities at all, as they're going to try to just swing the economy, try to get the exchanges. Well, on the side of QUT, all the AKs in the world, all the flashes, they're ready to just execute to the side, as most of them is going to just descend on secret. There is no contest at all, and the rest of Deakins is happy for that dissension to happen and play on the rush down. I think I'd rather favor that, because on the side of QT, while they are securing themselves into B, while they're securing this, it is a slower round, and the rest of Deakins is going to push for any form of mistakes, baiting out the utilities, trying to get something done. I mean, maybe sacrificing 5 for the price of 2 or 3 will probably be okay. And at this stage, looking to feel more towards what QT have in store for them.
Start to make their way onto the B side here. In the control room. Glass broken, Molotov down, making sure to clear out the side as much as possible. Versatile's trying to still make his way down here. Melch, P250 jumping out in fourth, and Skadas joining in. An AK dropped. Oh, well, they'll put it back in the 4v4. There's no kit there. They should still have this one completely locked up. Master Cheese might look to save an AK, but it looks like they're actually going to go for this one as XG will find one. And Locked On puts down Master Cheese, and now Skadas looking to try and do as much damage as possible in a 1v4. No kit. Bit of body armor, but that is all he has as Jay puts him away. And LF Scholarship, the QUT fellas will find themselves a fourth, 4-2. So Deakins will get a full buy coming through here, but this will become a bit of a problem if they can't find too many CT side rounds. It puts a lot of pressure on them to get stuff done on that T side. Scholarship looking pretty solid so far with their T side rounds. Full buy here for both sides, and a very important one at that. No Mount trying to go out early. The flash out towards the A site. Melch and just like they're pushed very quickly right now.
Oh, okay. So as execution is gonna go well, and oh, JXG, yep.
Well, that was just like deathmatch server kill. People just died everywhere.
Oh man, I don't think there was any finesse. It was just let's trade 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. And fortunately, on the side of QT, they picked that one up in convincing fashion, and so they sent Deakins spiraling down with their broken banks, 5-2. Yep. Not too much to comment about the last one.
That's Cheese making his way out towards red box here. Tucks himself near the 5-7. That's actually a really nice flash. He almost finds himself a headshot there. Can't quite land it. There will be the push out towards this outside position. The nade on all mountains in trouble. And there it is. Locked On finds the second of the round. He's got 2 so far. Now they start making their way towards heaven. Trying to get towards there. Waddles, meanwhile, is down towards the B site. Jay will be making his way there, but he's the only T there at the moment. XG slowly makes his way in towards his heaven position. Waiting for the time being, as Skadas has also joined his teammate on this B site. He looks to be lagging quite a bit, unless that was just me, but the play is towards the top here. From heaven, Cross can do nothing, as the bomb will now be planted, a 5v2. Skadas and Waddle as well. They have pistols. They may as well go for some damage at least, maybe drop a few guns, force a rebuy here and there, but coming up from vents is going to make this very difficult. And Jay has already been spotted. No Mal, or Jay has already spotted Skadas, I should say, as No Mal finishes the kill there. And now it is all on to Waddles, a deagle in hand. Making his way towards the heaven position at the moment, and he has been spotted. The spray jumping down from XG. We'll finish him off there. And QUT LF Scholarship, they have got themselves in a very nice position here, 6-2. Plenty of cash to play with as well for most of the players. Now the Deakins, these gun rounds become so important. Again, full investment in, the loss by bonus. They'll have at least for a few more rounds, even if they were to lose this, but they really need to stop the rot right now. Want to find some CT rounds. At the very least, they would be wanting an 8-7 as XG. He's immediately jumped down towards vent, and this allows them to start pushing up here towards this ramp and towards B. Waddle goes out for the peak. Absolutely nothing going in the flash department for that one. He's just going for the dry one, and Versatile finds him. Jay finds Skadas, and just like that, 5v3. The B side is absolutely wide open right now. The AWP for Master Cheese, unfortunately, he can't do too much about this. Could get Versatile if he goes for the extra peak there, gets some damage. He's down to 13. It's all just distraction. Malcolm tries to make his way quickly down towards the sign. He's gone down. Cross may be about to find the same fate, but they are just looking perfect right now. RQUT. And oh, there you go. Flawless round.
I think that big investment coming from Deakins really didn't shine the proper, correct usage right there. I think it's also because QUT is now used to the position by Deakins. I mean, they know as soon as they take out Melchin, just holding the door outside, or they are able to take out Cross, they can just pretty much rush it out. The positional power coming in from Deakins is being read perfectly by QUT. And so as they push the round after round with advantage, they're not afraid to rush this one down, and making Deakins sweat a little bit right now with the 5-round advantage. They're taking absolute control everywhere they go. And so the question is, how much more can they take before the switch? And Deakins only with that 2 rounds right now on an eco, starting to look a little bit more desperate.
The Eagles out this round. Skadas has a 5-7, but already Jay Noel putting these pistols aside. 5v3 just like that. They've got plenty of areas to go. Versatile from Malchin. And Waddles and Skadas are down towards the B site, and the A site is theirs for the taking here for Scholarship. They should be able to lock in round number 8. And that is a winning T half. As Skadas, well, making his way towards the site. And the camera also just decided to change as Jay puts him away. And now Waddles, not much he can do here. Running towards Jay's open arms. Will land a very nice deagle shot there at least. An AK. Possible save if he wants to, but he's trying to go in for these fights, find something, do some economical damage, but it will be the Scholarship boys finding themselves round number 8, 8-2. They are looking very solid at the moment.
Oh.
And the Deakins again a full buy out, but they've got a bit of work to do if they want to try and pull this one back at the moment. Still, there's 5 rounds left in the half, but this is, well, we can see why they didn't pick Nuke on their side. They're not as well versed, it seems, as they were in previous years, and that is at least a decent start to this round. No more jumping out towards Silence. Skadas earning Versatile, so they find themselves with an advantage for the first time in a while in these gun rounds. And Malchin, lovely spray there combined with an aid. And just like that, a 5v2. Now locked on and Jade. A whole lot of work to do if they want to find this one. Skadas is having absolutely none of it. Sprays down both. And 3 for Deacon. Well, that's how you start to turn things around. A flawless CT side there. And they start the long road back into this one.
Yeah, they did have a little bit of a switch in. There was the...
Nope.
Okay, I think there's going to be a tech pause right here. But yeah,
you'd imagine.
Yeah, double AWP on the side of Deakins. Cross finally back on his weapon of choice right here, trying to play for the long run, trying to secure the last few rounds. They went with a massive one. A clean defense onto it. Stas absolutely coming back online for the rest of his team, leading in kills. It's good because I thought, Melcher Cross definitely carried that last one. Their back is probably going to need a little bit of massage after tonight. And QUT, I think they've got Deakins' number. I mean, they've definitely downloaded the way that they should be playing Nuke and how Deakin has been playing Nuke back in the past. So they're not afraid to push the advantage. Absolutely, Galil gang and AK gang every round. Super good at analyzing the current situation and how they should be spreading themselves across it. Has some really good execution around B, some really good identifiers as well. It's just when it comes to a scuff fight, QT looks to be coming out of it on top every single time, and that's pretty much driving up the score. So Deakins, as they are going to be securing or trying to secure the last 4, we shall see if the damage is going to be permanent before the switch, or if it's going to be the same as last map.
Well, that does remain to be seen here, as the freeze time pause has been cancelled, and we now come into round number 12. Full buy again for Scholarship. They've got plenty of cash sitting there, since they did just win a very breezy 7 rounds in a row. Deakins led this 2-1, but since then it's been all Scholarship. Deakins trying to work their way back into this half at least. Try and find a few more rounds on the CT side before they swap over to the T side here. Smoke setting up for that outside push as Malchin. The nade might just hit Versatile. It will actually put him down to 56, so some decent nade damage there. As the rest of the T's make their way down. Oh, again. Some nice late sprays and cross. Holding the angle as Versatile makes his way down. No pop flashes getting ready for him there. The Deakins find themselves in an advantage once again to this one. 5v4. He's still outside with the AWP, and he's in a bit of an awkward situation. He can't really get both of the smokes going down to help him cross. And Skadash pushing in past that hut room, and he will find XG. Just like that, a 5v3 once again. They hold the cards, do the Deakins. Already with 3 players as well, holding down towards the site. Although going out towards the outside here, locked on finds Master Cheese. He was not ready for that one at all. This causes a few rotations here from the Deakins. Cross, though, holding this angle very nicely. We'll put away Jay, and now locked on a no mal. They've managed to get their way in towards CT spawn, and Waddles, he's not going to be ready for this one. He's looking towards heaven. And this could allow a rotation down towards ramp if they want to. Malchin is still sitting towards that B-side double doors and holding for an outside push to come in towards him. So 23 seconds and Scholarship, they need to find a site, and it's looking like they're going to be hitting towards A. Otherwise, they got nothing left to push, and Skadas, a lot of pressure on him to try and hold this one down.
Oh, Stars, he sees. Oh, wow! Stars out of nowhere. He stares at the header. He goes, hang on a second. Let me just slowly get my crosshair up there. And they go, whoop, whoop. Nice little bit of finishing right there. So Deakins, they are going to secure another round. The AWP is just paying their weight in gold at the second, trying to get the rest of the completion on the side of CT. QUT, they've already gone up the adventure, they've already completed their side. Whatever they get right now is going to be amazing. So here comes it, and Malchin, he says no, you do not get to descend. You're not allowed to run down and repeat what you've done before. The nade is going to come and damage Waddles down to 26 and locked on slowly. Oh, the nade is going to get returned back onto him. This is nice little bit of utility exchange, and as they slowly go through vending, they say, okay, maybe we'll turn this one around, try to get something done, trying to get execution onto AEST. Once again, lots of damage onto Versatile, not really much that they can be following through. I mean, the nade, he's just holding it. He doesn't want to be like getting it out there, doesn't want to damage too much now. He realized the rest of the situation probably calls for the one final attempt. Oh, there's going to be the nade, and then I jinxed it. But at the same time, it is really great of an opening. Stars looking to just finish it. Nicely done, and he's going to get the double. The bomb gets put down. Jake quickly has to walk up, and the Mao here to back him up. Oh my god! That was a lot of damage.
Don't mind the swing down from the ladder, but he's only on 13 HP. And with Malcolm still on the side, he will put him away. Jay left for the AWP. And over he's sitting now on Models. Oh, this could be a knife. Oh, bring it out, lad. Bring it out, son. Bring it out. Oh! It wasn't the cleanest knife we've ever seen, but it's a knife all the same. Waddles grabs himself back. Some nice extra cash as well. And that will be the Deakins finding 5, and they've just really managed to stop Scholarship in their tracks here. Scholarship are really getting on top of them with all these aggressive players towards outside, pushing in towards A early. But Skadas, the last couple of rounds, has held really well towards Silo. The AWP is now starting to really do wonders here for Cross and also Master Cheese. They can start dominating in that area. Just hold this map control. And you even see a knife coming out, so, not the greatest smoke there from Waddles, but we'll give him a pass. He got a knife last round. We'll let him have that one there. The olds towards the B ramp there. And, well, Scholarship this time around, just taking things a bit slower. Last couple of rounds not working in their favour, so they just want to try something a bit different, try and hold their areas. But on the outside here, Deakins have 2 AWPs. They can possibly hold this down with, so a lot of pressure, and already Cross is managing to find that one. He finds 1 and 2 just like that. Versatile will get thrown to Waddles, and Skadas tries to get aggressive to get those trades across, and Normal finds Cross. Master Cheese will get the trade back, and now a 2v2 bomb outside. Malchin will put it back into the favour of the Deakins as Versatile left with it all to do. They can just sort of hold these positions back. Still 40 seconds left in the round. Now has to find the bomb. 2 players. Has plenty of utility available, but it's still a pretty tough ask if he wants to get this one done here.
That is really unfortunate, especially when the AWP is already on deck and you have to be dealing with another one. Although he's got the flashes, he's not really aware of where everyone's going to be. So Deakins, as they quickly scout and circumvent the whole area, I don't think you have enough to go with. I mean, he has to chuck a smoke, something. Oh, he's going raw. That's unfortunate. So Master Cheese is going to quickly just put Versatile down in his misery. 8-6. Look, we're here again. Last round before the switch. 8-6. Deakins can complete their side 8-7. I mean, that's not a lot of difference. On the last Stars 2, it was 9-6 on the switch. I mean, 8-6. This is pretty much there. And so we shall see how good this last is going to be.
Well, considering the scoreline was at 8-2, they've done a very fantastic job here this time. The rush out towards that one. The pop flash is perfect from Nomal. Malchin will get that trade back spray through the smoke. Was that A side there, but an opportunity to get this bomb down. Locked on as well with that Molotov will keep Cross and also Master Cheese away from peaking heaven for the time being. And now the double AWP sort of walks against them, and Waddles has been spotted on the flank behind. He's down to 45 HP. The bomb now starts to tick away. Scholarship have themselves an opportunity to try and lock in one here. Waddles is shut down on the flank, and now it's left on to Melch and Master Cheese and Cross. 2 Orps and an AK. Can they find the kills here? Jay and Nomel shutting it down, though. It's all left on Cross. He finds himself one, but he needs to find 3 more, defuse the bomb. He's in such an awkward position. He's been spotted up towards heaven. XG finds the final one, and that will be Scholarship, a 9-6 half. So, well, pretty much exactly the same as what we saw over on Dust 2. And sitting here on the CT side with 9 rounds on the board, they will be very, very happy with that. Now, the Deakins, what have they got in the T side playbook? They'll need to find themselves 10 rounds here on the T side if they want to claim victory and take a 2-0 for tonight. Scholarship need to find 7 on the CT side if they want to tie this one at 1 apiece. And it's a quick play on towards the A side here for the boys on the Deakins. They find one, but it's going to be trades going in the favor of Scholarship. I say that, but Master Chief and Skadas will get them straight back. Versatile now up towards heaven. A lovely shot on the Skadas, trying to get Master Chief before the bomb plank goes down. He will be stopped. Joe on the flank here. It's a 2v2 situation and no kid here for the CTs.
Oh, that position could have been amazing with Versatile. He is going to be taking down 1 or 2. Jay has armor. He just has to doink the head right there. Can he do it? He's slowly coming out. He sees it. He gets Master Cheese quick. Oh my god! What a swing! That's a beautiful swing right there. That is absolutely amazing coming in from Jay. So, what a play. The execution from Deakins almost sent chills through my spine, because that's something that I was just reminded of, how good Deakins are able to execute onto Nuke. But then at the same time, in the end, Jay denied them that final honor and get those 2 quick kills and diffusers. So there's going to be the guns on both sides. You can see all the buys coming in, all different kind of flavors. But we shall see if the Deakins is able to continue on and fight on.
Well, they do the force buy here, the Deakins. They got the bomb plant, and then we saw what happened the last time. The T's lost the opening pistol. They called it right back. Skadas as well, finding Versatiles. He tries to get aggressive. XG, though, pushed up well into past that ramp position, and he will be able to get the trade back. Melchin goes down, and Cross we put away by Nomel. Master Cheese up towards Sala, though, gets it back, and all of a sudden 3v3. And XG, I don't think he got spotted there. Trying to get this kill, and he should be able to put it away. 9 HP left on Skadas. He will 3v2. CTs keep themselves in command, and now the Deakins, no utility left. The smoke might be picked up there from Master Cheese. That will. So he does have that available off his dead comrade's body, but XG is such a menace here with the MP9. They need to try and get the fights. He just needs at least 1 here to keep themselves heading in that position. He might even get both, and almost does. Master Cheese, 2 HP, is locked on, and Jay lock in towards his position. Pops the bomb once. Looking to see if he could get a pick there to give himself an advantage. Now he knows they might be pushing up towards ramp. Finds one. Surely not a second here. Oh, gets it done. Master Cheese, but locked on. Will secure the round. The Deakins, they almost get it done there. They will force up LF Scholarship to invest as much money as possible for the rebuys. But for their own sake, they won't be able to get any of the SMGs and rifles out again. Still, with pistols available, might be able to find something here. No utility, though, so they're going to have to rely on some 1v1 duels. Scholarship. Perfect start to the CT side. They find the first, they find the second, and a chance for a third, but Cross is having other ideas at the moment.
You just can't give Cross any chance. And so Jay says, yep, no more chances indeed. So a nice headshot with the scout is going to put him down nicely. And yes, no... Oh my god, Waddles though. The ultimate revenge onto XG right there. So they are going to quickly execute. They're going to pick up a silencer, going straight down, trying to get a plant, and Melchin! Oh man, him and Cross. I mean, they're just able to try so efficiently whatever the situation is supposed to be. And so the Deakins, an opportunity to go for a plant. The door might just get popped. And Cologne locked on.
Oh, this is all the Deakins round right now. The pistols absolutely destroying the Scholarship boys. And unfortunately, the pistol rounds have sort of been a bit of a bane for them so far. They're kryptonite, if you will. There's Versatile left now in a 1v4. We'll find Malchin, but he's just probably going to try and save at this point. Not much he can do. Doesn't have a kit. And we'll at least have the M4A1S into the next round. But the Deakins, a perfect round for them. They find a bomb plant. The pistols do the work. They get a round win, find their 7th, and a couple of rifle upgrades as well. It means they won't have to fully rebuy a couple of their players. And M4A1S for cheese. Skadas with the AK. And this is how they start to roll back, they would hope, in towards this match. 4-round difference, 7-11. And now, how do the Scholarship want to play this? Because the money won't particularly be there for pretty much all their players. Locked on, most with 3,300. It would be a save across the board. EM4A1S will go over to Nomal by looks of things. So he'll have the hold on that. Everyone else, oh, actually, they're going to force into this one here.
Oh, I think they don't want to give a chance to Deakins to roll their economy. So it is perfectly acceptable onto nuke. Especially if the early nade they're gonna get, I mean, get a little bit of luck over here, could just be the one, but obviously gotta be able to go through all of this spray coming through from Water. He's just like tapping and trying to keep them in check. The good thing about it is that, you know, once again, Deakins is going to be able to just get the execution. They're trying to get the pop flash. Versatile, meanwhile, is going to quickly push Dust down. Locked in, guess what? Oh, man. 2 players down right there. And I think the gamble is starting to pay off. 1-to-1 exchange by Melchin is going to quickly put that number down into their favor. XG onto the side. Then he quickly gets something. Yes, he does. Oh, that's the bomb. That's the bomb. That's so important. And now 1 or 2. Cross has to once again carry this, get everything through. Can this lone, solid man get it through? Oh my god.
The force buy has paid off in dividends here for LF Scholarship. They now have the chance to find their 12 and completely, well, I wouldn't say break the economy of the Deakins. There will still be some buy-ups available, but mentally that is just such a tough one to put down. Cross though. 38 seconds. He has 4 utility available, but he needs to get towards this bomb. He needs to check all these angles and Scholarship. They only need to find themselves a trade to lock this one in. They can just hide away, allow Cross to get himself in positions where they can have that available. He starts to come in now towards Hard. 20 seconds of counting. Needs to start pushing in, though. He's not finding anything so far. He will now know where at least one is. Now initially to find these angles. 17 seconds. Does he pick it first? XG misses the first shot, but the trade is there. Cross finds XG. Nomel gets it back, and it's 12 for Scholarship. And now, 12-7. Again, money isn't particularly there. And you'd imagine the Deakins, if they want to, they can definitely force up. AK comes out for Skadas. Master Cheese as well. The rest of the side will have pistols. Some decent utility to try and use into that one. And this could be a make or break for either team here. Again, Scholarship looking for a 13th. The buy. I mean, look at that, Em. I mean, 3 FAMASs. A round win. It's not exactly what you would perfectly want in a situation like this, but still, they do have the advantage, the utility, and an opportunity to try and lock in round number 13.
I mean, oh my goodness. Oh man, Jay. I think that was some divine providence right there. Not making him die to anything. Meanwhile's XG also takes that water assist, lost of head. He is going to challenge. Melchin goes down. Master Cheese uses the bait, gets that first one. And right now, slowly, it is still 2v3 situation. I mean, they have the bomb. They can descend. They can try to secure and unlock an opportunity. Trying to find it. Not enough time, it will seem, for them to fully lock themselves down at the second. So they can't really be going for the tap. Here we go. Master Cheese is going to quickly plant. Skdars knows that they're all here. And, oh, by the skin of his teeth, he gets that kill.
He got pushed down the position from a beautiful Molotov there. Unfortunately, can't be put away. And now it's left all on Jay as Master Cheese finds that one. Oh, he gets the spray transfer. It works for him. And he'll pick it up. Someone in chat just said this Jay guy seems to be terrible. And he responds with a 3k in the round and a 1v2 to clutch. And Scholarship find their 13th. They're so close these rounds, but they're getting the job done. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get that score towards 16. That's all anyone cares about at the end of the day. And unfortunately for the Deakins, they just can't find the rounds at the moment. Only 1 on this T side. The full buy will come through for them. And you'd almost say they've actually probably got a better buy here from Scholarship, which is crazy to think considering they've won the last 2 rounds here. But the amount of bodies they've had to put into getting those rounds does mean they're a bit shorter on those ones. There's an outside play here from the Deakins. As they start to make their way towards this one. And Nomel running outside with the M4A1S. And the smokes haven't exactly been put up here, and he finds the first one there onto Master Cheese, locked in towards the stairs. Ooh, needs to be careful about doing the cross one there. Almost lands it on the cross. He's somehow still alive. Firing shots. Actually gets away with it. Some decent damage. No other kills in the end. 5v4 situation. Scholarship have that opening pick. And a lot of control out here at the moment outside for the Deakins.
Oh man, that's a good opening. But the second, oh, Cross barely takes off Jay, but Waddles is gonna get taken down. So slowly, as they are gonna try to scale the outside, oh, the backplate from Versatile drops Gus, and the bomb gets dropped as well. So Cross is near it, wants to go for the bomb retrieval, but he's too low, so he gets tapped out. The bomb is going to be secured on the side of QUT. Quickly picks up the AK as well, so it's just up to Melchin. 103 with a nade. I mean, possibly in the best world situation, he might just be able to get a nade kill, and then quickly go for the one and pray for the spray. But at the same time, it is rough. Time is not on his side. Although he's got the position, the rest of QT has already locked themselves away for the round.
20 seconds remaining. Melchin, I mean, at this point, needs to just either die or try and save the AK. He will drop. 14 on the board for LF Scholarship. They save a few more players this time around. Them comes a bit more, well, closer to them here. And now they have 3 AKs on the board as CTs, which I don't know if you, I'd still say, okay, the AKs are probably ahead of the M4A1Ss. That firing speed the M4A1Ss have now is very useful. But No Mel says, well, screw you both, those guns. Picks up an AUG, which you do like to see. Haven't seen that one too much since the nerf, which was, God, feels like forever ago when the AUG and SG meta was in full swing.
Oh dear.
Now we're back to the old AK and M4 days here as the Deakins holding back towards hut at the moment, and Versatile doesn't find too much. Maybe a bit of information. Also a shot to the head as Cross puts down Jay, and just over the ASO right now come the Deakins. It's all put onto Locked On here, and also the top heaven play here. They look to try and close this one down. Master Chief's on XG though. Malcolm puts down Locked On, then the Deakins will keep living to fight another day at least. 8 rounds now, 14 for Scholarship. And they do sort of break their economy here. 3 players, you could say, maybe force up for a buy if they want to. You'd imagine they actually do here. So it did work last time, so why not do it again? So Deakins, their buy comes through. A couple of Galils, 3 AKs. It's been a bit of a low economy match here, hasn't it? No team's really gotten on top on this second half, at least. It's been just try and buy what you can in certain situations. Master Chief starts it off perfectly as well. Finds 1, 2, and 3 from outside. And the force has fallen flat here for Scholarship. And now Jay and Versatile, not really much as they can do. Outside, Jay doesn't quite land the killing blow. Skidas puts him away. 1v5, and well, Versatile, good luck.
Well, look, Versatile's gonna do his best. But Master Cheese is gonna pick up the 4K. I mean, I think at this stage, what we looked into was QUT was trying to invest with the top 3 players, and the top 3 players all gets cheesed right outside. And so that economy was just straight into the tatters, which is really unfortunate for the side of QUT. But hey, look, Deakins will take those rounds. 5 more to tie it up and try to push it one more time. So QUT definitely cannot let that happen. So they are just going to clutch down all this eco, and Cross identifies that, instantly rushes in and out. There's the execution coming. Does get the 1, not the second. Waddles is going to be taking the crossfire. But Locked On though. Oh, could have been more bigger, but not too much more to be done. So Deakins lock away a very nice round indeed. Push for around 25. The economy is going to be on deck on QUT. And so we will see how painfully they can make this round look out to be, because they can definitely drive it all the way up into the wall.
Now, I don't like bringing up the past, but last time Scholarship got to 14, they kind of stopped. And they don't want that to happen again here as the Deakins, another nice buy with the AKs. 4 buy out here for Scholarship. Bit short in the utility, but still plenty to use. And this is a very vital round. 15 available here and 5 map points. A chance to even up the series at 1 apiece. Jay might find that first one here as Cross. No, he's going to win that fight. Looks for a second. Locked On will be able to trade that back, but he's immediately put down as well. Now Versatile, can he find 1, 2, and the third? And he shuts down the A site. You're not allowed in today, he says. And now Waddles left with it all to do. Bomb down as well. And with a minute left in the round, this one has been taken away from the Deakins, and Scholarship now have the opportunity for those 5 map points. And they will probably not be at the greatest position for the buys here, but again, the bomb is still out towards T-spawn, so Waddles has time. The problem for him is that I wasn't sure if he actually went to pick up the phone. Look, I'm going to say he didn't do that. He was just looking at the ground. You know, he knew it was. He knew it was on the other side. Definitely not something I'd do at all. No. 30 seconds. Has to make a play in towards 8. Versatile was low, but Namal has heaven control. And, hasn't actually spotted him. But Waddles hasn't spotted anyone yet, but he will actually find Versatile here. And now an opportunity. Bombat looking to go down, but he's not ready for Namal to be sitting up towards heaven. And Scholarship fine 15, and 5 opportunities to finish this series up at 1 apiece.
Oof. I am so glad we didn't jinx them into that stage. So here we go. A brand new opportunity for QUT looking for scholarship. I mean, if they get this one, they definitely should be granted scholarship from the QUT side of it. Come on, it is time to spend those funds. And now Deakins has put up the Galil and the AWP on top of 3 AK, so 15 to 10, definitely something that to work with. Utilities wise, they have plenty to work with. It just depends on what is going to be the opening fire shot. Right, I'm looking at the Deakins trying to get the execution through. Versatile on top, could be doing a lot more. Oh, this could be a bloodbath instantly.
Door opened. They want to look to try to make their way into the A side. Cadas, well, back and forth opening the door. Not really sure what he wants to do at the moment. A Versatile finds Waddles early, and now the break on towards the site needs to start, and Cross will be able to get at least one back, but Jay with the immediate trade. Versatile, if he finds another, it's going to make it oh so difficult. Even grab a third across the Master Cheese all of a sudden. Bring it back into a 2v2. They get those trade kills. They're both so low, though. Just 30 HP between the two. XG, though, not aware. Cross is making his way towards that position. Open Master Cheese is the bomb. This could be absolutely everything here if Nomel spots him out. He's going to Cheese with absolutely no idea. And now it is all left on the Cross. 30 seconds, a 1v2. Bomb stuck on the other side of the map. And I think he knows that he is in a whole world of hurt right now. Starts to make his way up heaven. Needs, well, nothing short of a minor miracle. 2 kills needed. 15 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is down. Jumping around. Noise made. He has the AWP train on the position, but there is nothing that he can do right now. And to finish it. Normal with a little bit of spice to put it all together there. And that will be a 16-10 victory. It will be a 1-1 series. And a fantastic one of that as the QUT LF Scholarship boys get that one done. And again, really nice spread of kills for them. 22, the top one, 21 for Versatile, 20 for XG, 17 for J, 18 for Nomel. Meanwhile, Skadas had 24 leading the way for the Deakins, 20 for Cross, Master Cheese with 17 as well, Malkin, and Waddles finished with 8. And well, I mean, as I said, what a series. Both sides getting their map picks across. They will remain in their positions, I believe, on the table. But, well, it certainly doesn't put a gap between other teams. I'm still not sure who's the better one after that, really. I would say maybe you sort of lean towards QUT because they pushed the Deakins a bit further on that dust too. But I mean, the Deakins, they still had opportunities on Nuke to try and get that one done as well. But again, just a fantastic series. Both teams putting up highlights. And well, I hope everyone enjoyed that one because I know I certainly did.
Yeah, I mean, we forfeited the rest of the night's worth of drinks and shenanigans for this bang of a series. I gotta say, that was quite entertaining. I don't think we've had that many nice executions throughout, best of 2 series, and it was all about a statement, both from QUT looking for scholarship and the Deakins themselves, saying that we are here and we're here to compete, no matter what. Even if we have fresh players, fresh squad, we're ready to execute and show you exactly what kind of strategy and table that we're going to be bringing into your side. I mean, you bring the chairs, I bring the table, put some pieces and bees into it, and that's pretty much it. But all together, what an absolute amazing series. 1 all piece. I want to see more of these kind of matches throughout. I think this has been the most closest one that we've had in the current 5 weeks that we've been casting. And so it is very, very nice. I mean, very, very nice indeed to be casting on a beautiful Friday night where it is absolutely cold outside. But before we do go out, we got to give another massive shout out to our sponsors of tonight. Haz, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, if you are making me insist, Amp, I will do. We start off, of course, with Predator. Conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming today. They are our gaming PC partner this year. They, they put power and precision in your hands. Elevate your gaming experience in every way with quality performance thanks to the guys at Predator. Thank you very much, boys, for that one. AOC, the next in line. They are your best viewing experience. They are a global leader in monitor display technology, and for more than 50 years, they have delivered an exceptional viewing experience to millions of loyal customers worldwide. And today, the company offers a wide selection of stylish monitors for either if you're at home, in the office, or you're doing a bit of gaming. They are the guys to hit up. So thank you to AOC. And finally, Rig, what it takes to win. They have developed headsets delivering superior audio for competitive gamers and streamers at all levels. So make sure you join the Rig team, enhance your gaming experience, and that is all of our lovely sponsors. We do thank them for making these streams possible. And make sure you guys go check them out. Find yourself that equipment, and you never know, you'll be up there on the AEL Uni stage at maybe a LAN tournament when it comes to finals time, lifting the coveted AEL trophy, which I assume exists. I actually don't know if there is a trophy.
It exists.
Yep. It exists. The coveted AEL Uni trophy that has not been touched for the last few years because of COVID. But soon someone will hold it aloft. And before we do go, I guess we should tell everyone, while they are here right now, where else they can find our beautiful faces and, of course, the Australian Esports Uni League, if they do want to, find some other games to play or maybe get even involved themselves.
Yeah, so if you do like tonight, please, obviously follow twitch.tv/AEL Uni, AEL Uni 2 on all of our Twitch channels. And of course, please, come and follow us on AEL Esports League across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We do also do a lot of things with Facebook on our streams, on our YouTube, where you get to see our VODs. A lot of the things that we are now trying to activate and, go everywhere. We're trying to expand even more. So if you do want to compete, you do want to get involved, you want to play, make sure to hit us up at AEL Esports League across everything. We are always in the mood to play and muck around with. Obviously, we do play a lot of Dota 2, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Super Smash Brothers, CS:GO, like tonight. We also have Hearthstone, and we're looking to do even more activations. Currently, we're doing a lot more on Griffith, Griffith area and the councils. So if you are around those areas, make sure to spread the good word of AEL Esports League and definitely get yourself involved. It's very, very fun. And of course, if you do enjoy what we do, make sure to follow my boy at HazDaddySlim. Is an absolute gentleman, absolutely beautiful memester with me. He does a lot of casting, a lot of streaming, and he loves it. I mean, he's been in the scene for quite a while, and so you'll see him down at a lot of events.
Absolutely, and make sure you also follow my beautiful boy at Emperor ZK. We're hoping to catch up for because the thing is, we're looking to do LAN stuff, right?
Yes.
We still have not been able to commentate together because, of course, you're in Sydney, I'm in Melbourne, and COVID has unfortunately meant that we haven't really been able to interact with each other. But this is the year. The LANs are coming back. Everything's starting to start rolling. I reckon it's going to happen. The LAN cast is going to happen. It's going to be fantastic when it does. But we just have to wait and see when that does occur. But again, make sure you follow my boy Emperor_ZK, Twitter, Twitch, all the great stuff there. And also, a big shout out to the boys in chat tonight. Thanks for being here, especially to the Von, who was with us for pretty much the entire game and keeping us entertained with all the Galil talk. I think, Von, you might need to see someone about your love for Galils. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You just might need to see someone about it because you were definitely enjoying them. A lot.
Oh,
well, say it that way, but
I think we enjoyed
shout out to all the guys in chat. You make it all the more memorable for us. Also, majestic stash. That is not what I would expect them to hear. This is what did I say the other weekend? This is just like the midlife crisis stuff. It's just a fall to pieces.
Oh, jeez.
I'll take that. It's a solid win. Best I've heard from it so far.
I think next week when we cast, I'm going to rename you as the Majestic Stash.
Majestic Stash. HazDaddy the Majestic Stash Slim. That just rolls off the tongue so beautiful.
Oh dear. But yeah, thank you guys so much for enjoying our commentary and our shenanigans. We will be back very, very soon, and we hope you stay safe, stay PG, and have an absolute beautiful weekend. May you all have a lovely night. This is us signing off. Peace out.